Before we take a look at how menu permissions are set in a VPME application, let's take a look at how menu security is implemented in your VPME application. First, let's take a look at the configuration file that is used with ProMatrix. If we look in the VPME home directory, there's a file called sappfcnf.fpw. This is ProMatrix's configuration file, and if we open it, we'll see there's a line _gen menu and then the name of the and location of the Gen Menu X program. This identifies an alternate menu generation program. This is the program that creates the .mpr file, the menu program, when your project or application is built. We use that alternate menu generation program to implement menu security in ProMatrix. And we do that through an entry in the comment of each menu option. For instance, pick any menu option, bring up the options dialog, and you'll notice there's an *:if. This is called a Gen Menu X directive, followed by a function call. This Gen Menu X directive is added automatically when you exit the menu designer and save your changes. So any new menu option you create, as you exit the menu designer, ProMatrix inserts into the comment field this Gen Menu X directive. And basically, this identifies the menu. The main menu is menu number 1. This happens to be menu option number 86, and the other two parameters just identify this as a menu security call. This run admin tool method of the application object is run for different types of security calls and other administrative tool calls. So we identify that this is menu security, and we want to have this method return true or false based on whether or not the user has the right to run this particular menu option. So we pass it the number of the menu and the number of the menu option within that menu. And so you don't have to enter this. This is entered automatically for you. What happens is that when you build your project or your app file or your exe, Gen Menu X is used to generate the menu program. Let's take a look at the menu program that gets created. We'll go back to the Open File option. I think we need to go back up one level. There you go. There's the MPRs in the home directory of the project. So let's look at the main menu's MPR. S, and then your 3-character project prefix FMAN.MPR. As you can see, the program has been generated by Gen Menu X. This is a program that you'll find in the VPME's PRGs directory. The code that you'll find in it is standard menu generation program, but if you look towards the end in the cleanup code and procedures area, you'll see these calls from the comments of each menu option. There's the call to the run admin tool, again passing it the same parameters. So what Gen Menu X does is take the method calls out of the comment and make it into an if else if and if command, basically stating if this call again returns true or false depending on whether the user has the right to run that particular menu option. If not, then that menu option is released, meaning it's actually removed from the menu so that the user does not even see that menu option. That way it appears to each user as if they have a custom menu created just for them, so they don't see menu options to which they do not have the rights to. So this is the way that you in reality have a custom menu for each user, although you only have to maintain one menu in the application. So menu options are then through this code removed if the user does not have the right to run those options. So this is the MPR file that gets generated. To actually set the permissions for a user, first we need to, on the Tools menu, under Security Builder, run the Load Menu Option Table routine. And as it says, this option builds a list of menu options that is used when assigning menu permissions to users and groups of users. This routine goes through all of the menus in the project, okay, as seen in the menu builder. So that routine goes through each of these menus and creating a table of all the menu options in the application. Then in the application, you then go to the menu permissions form where you set permissions for each of those menu options. If we bring up the data builder and go to the SVPM database, we'll find the SVPM menu options table. This is the table that gets populated with records by the load menu option table routine. So basically that routine adds a record to this table for each menu option in the entire application. So whenever you make a change to a menu by adding a menu option, removing a menu option, or changing the prompt of a menu option, you should then rerun the load menu option table routine so that it repopulates the table with the latest information about your menus. That table, of course, then needs to be distributed with your application so that the user can set menu permissions. Alright, so let's take a look at how you then set menu permissions. You do this from within your application. First, you need to decide whether you're going to set permissions for an individual just for that individual, or are the permissions of the individual the same as they are for other individuals. If so, you can set permissions for a group and then simply assign each user of that group to the group. So if we go to the users form, under permissions, we'll see for menu we have the choice, either assigning the user to a group or through the individual button setting permissions for just that individual.